The Canterville Ghost, Chapter 9, Looking for Virginia. Mr. Otis and Washington did not find Virginia at the park. Mr. Otis sent telegrams to the police. He asked them to look for the young girl. Then he rode to the nearest town and continued to look for Virginia. The young Duke followed him on his pony. "I'm sorry, Mr. Otis. Please don't be angry, but I'm very worried about Virginia. I must go with you. Don't send me back." Mr. Otis looked at the young Duke and smiled kindly. "Well, come with me then." They first went to the railway station. Mr. Otis talked to the station master. "Did you see my daughter?" he asked. "No," said the station master. When the police arrived, they looked everywhere, in every corner of Canterville Chase and in the lake. Mr. Otis was very worried. "I'll telephone Scotland Yard tomorrow morning," said Mr. Otis. "They must send me some detectives immediately." Everyone at Canterville Chase was very sad and no one wanted to have dinner. Mr. Otis said, "We must have something to eat." Everyone sat down at the dinner table, but no one spoke. Even the twins were quiet. Late that night, everyone was going to bed. It was midnight, and suddenly there was loud thunder. There was strange music in the air. A part of the wall opened with a loud noise, and Virginia appeared. She walked down the stairs. Her face was white, and she had a small box in her hands. "Virginia!" everyone cried, running to her. Mrs. Otis put her arms around her. The young Duke kissed her. The twins danced a wild dance. "What happened to you, Virginia?" asked Mr. Otis, a little angrily. "My dear Virginia," said Mrs. Otis, looking at her daughter, "I'm so happy we found you." "Oh, Mother," said Virginia, "I was with the ghost. He's dead. You must come and see him. Long ago, he was very bad, but he was really sorry. He gave me this box of jewels before he died." The family looked at her in surprise and said, "What do you mean?" "Come with me and I'll show you," said Virginia. She took them through the opening in the wall and down a secret hall. They stopped in front of a heavy door. Virginia opened the heavy door and Washington held up his candle. They saw a small dark room with a very small window. It was like a prison cell. A skeleton was on the floor. It was chained to a metal ring on the wall. Its right hand was near a dish and its left hand was near a jug of water on the floor. Virginia stood near the skeleton and began to pray. "It must be the skeleton of Sir Simon de Canterville," said Mrs. Otis softly. "Hey," cried one of the twins, "look out of the window. The old black tree has flowers on it now. I can see them in the light of the moon." "God forgave him," said Virginia. There was a beautiful light around her face. "You're an angel, Virginia," said the young Duke, and he kissed her. 4 days later, there was a funeral at Canterville Chase. It started at 11 o'clock that night. 8 black horses pulled a carriage and servants walked by its side. Lord Canterville was there and he sat with Virginia in the first carriage. Her parents were in the next carriage. Then there was Washington, the twins, and the young Duke. Mrs. Amney was in the last carriage. They put the coffin with the skeleton of Sir Simon de Canterville in the ground of the old churchyard. Virginia put some white and pink flowers on it. The moon came out from the clouds and a bird began to sing. Virginia remembered the ghost story of the Garden of Sleep. She cried silently and did not say a word. The next morning, Lord Canterville said goodbye to the Otis family. Lord Canterville, said Mr. Otis, you must take the jewels that the ghost gave my daughter. They are very beautiful and very expensive. They are your family jewels. No, said Lord Canterville. Virginia helped Sir Simon and the jewels belong to her. She must keep them. But my daughter's only a child, said Mr. Otis. She doesn't need the jewels. We Americans are very simple people. We are not interested in family jewels. No, Mr. Otis, said Lord Canterville. The jewels are hers. If I take them from her, Sir Simon will never forgive me. He'll come back and hug me. Please, let Virginia keep them. Sometime later, Virginia married Cecil, the young Duke of Cheshire. At her wedding, she wore the Canterville jewels. Everyone at the wedding looked at the beautiful jewels. Several weeks after the wedding, Virginia and Cecil visited Canterville Chase. They walked together through the woods to Sir Simon's tomb. Virginia put some roses there. Then she sat silently and Cecil sat next to her. Virginia, said the Duke, a wife mustn't have any secrets from her husband. Dear Cecil, said Virginia, I don't have any secrets. Yes, you do, said Cecil. You didn't tell me about you and the ghost. What happened? Where did you go with him? Please don't ask me, said Virginia. I can't tell you. Poor Sir Simon showed me what life is and how love is stronger than anything. The Duke kissed her. You can have your secrets, he said. If I can have your heart, you already have my heart, Cecil. You'll tell your secrets to our children one day, won't you? Children's, Virginia said, and her face became red. End of the story.